guys, welcome back to Rink's Garage. Today we got a couple engines in the back of the truck to get unloaded. We got a little 3-cylinder Kubota my dad picked up down at the swap meet in Le Sueur. We'll get that unloaded. I think we're going to use that to repower the little Melrose skid loader I got over here that doesn't have an engine over there. But that'll be for a different day. Today he threw on this little 24 horse Honda that he bought, I don't know, 10-15 years ago. Hasn't done nothing with it, so I want to see if we can get it running. So I'll get this stuff unloaded and we'll see what happens. So I think the first thing we'll do is make ourselves a little skid to set this thing on. We'll get some lumber and just make something we can bolt on the bottom. Give it a stable base if we do get it running so it's not flopping around on the floor. So I'll find some wood. Well, we got a little base on there, just 4 2x4s, some 1/4-inch bolts bolted her up. So see if we can let her down without slamming it on the ground, I suppose. Alright, well, at least we can work on it somewhat decent. It looks like everything is there on it at first glance. I'll have to find a battery, and this one is not stuck, so pull the air cleaner off, make sure there's nothing in there, and then we'll see if she's got spark. So I got her set up on sawhorses just so it's not down on the floor where it's hard to work on. So pop the air cleaner off and see what that looks like. Pretty clean, actually. Got some spiders. Not too bad. Doesn't look like there was any mice in there or anything. So. Now, see what we got here for power. I'm gonna have to get a ground and a hot. We'll need a hot to the battery post and then a ground to the engine, and we'll see if she spins over. I'll pull the spark plugs out, see if we got any spark. Well, we got some a battery rigged up. So we got, pretend this is black, that's ground down there to a bolt, and then we put the hot on the starter here, and it doesn't do nothing. We turn the key on, you can hear the fuel solenoid click, so that's good. Next, I popped the boot off the spark plug and went to crack that loose, and it was already loose. So I'm not sure why that was loose. The other side was loose too. But both spark plugs are very clean. In fact, they don't look like they got hardly any hours on them. So we might as well see if she'll spin over. Ground that out. We'll see if we got any spark. Well, if it turns over, and then if we got spark. So clamp this on here. See what happens. She's got all kinds of spark. If you can see that. both sides. So that's good. Not sure why they were both loose, but we'll get them back in. Next, we'll need some gas. We got this ignition box just kind of hanging here, so maybe throw a zip tie on him, but I'll get these spark plugs back in. Looks like we got a gas line over here sticking out of there. So I'll get a little jug with some gas in it, and then one other thing I did notice is this thing is, throttle is froze up. It should be turning this. So there's a nut on the back side here. I'm going to try and loosen that, see if we can get that to move, and throw some gas at her and see what happens. Got the throttle loosened up. Must just have a friction washer on the shaft here. I loosened the nut just a tiny bit, and then she did loosen up, so I can speed her up, slow her down. Choke is free. I'm assuming it's got a fuel pump under there somewhere. I guess we'll find out. We got our jug of gas here. Hopefully that doesn't tip over and start on fire. But let's see if she'll fire. Spray a little carb cleaner in the throat. See if that does anything. Well, it runs. Oh, just about lost the gas jug. But doesn't appear to be getting any fuel. She should have sucked up gas running that long. So, probably gonna have to pull this box off, take a look at the carburetor, and see what we got going on there. Like I said, this thing has been sitting for, he thought, at least 10 years, so. fuel line does. There is a pump here. I think we'll take this line off and see if we're pumping any gas, I guess. Should be able to crank it over and it should be able to suck up some gas. We might just have to get some gas down into that pump if the diaphragm's dried out from sitting. She's not pumping anything. So, I think what we'll have to do is get a jug so I can put some pressure in and force some gas through there. Alright, so found an old 80-90 squeeze jug, rinsed her out a bit, see if we can get some gas going through that without blowing this line off. There she goes. So now, hook him back up. See if we can get her to run off the bottle. Okay, move this guy. All right, let's see what happens now. Try and push a little bit into the carb if we can, fill the bowl. She wants to go wide open. Oh, the governor was stuck. I got that fixed and we'll see if she'll fire up. Nice smooth running engine actually for sitting for 10 years. So I think we throw the top back on her and get all that on. I'll fire it up once more, make sure she runs, and I think we can take her back to Dad. All right. we go. Fired right up. Sitting 10 years, no big deal. It's a Honda. 24 hours. Good motor, evidently. That's gonna do it for this one, so we'll see you next time.